Hey everybody, my name is Pace Morby. Welcome to the YouTube channel. You are going to learn the 5 places where deals come from. And if you think I'm wrong, you feel like I'm missing something, please make a comment down below. But this is about a 3-hour training that I did for free for the entire real estate community. And it's a really long Zoom that I actually just cut out about 19 minutes of. So this is the section of that Zoom that just teaches the 5 places where deals come from. I'm trying to help people who don't have a budget get into the game of real estate. Okay. So that's the main reason I'm doing it, for multiple sub reasons. One of those reasons is you might've been somebody who spent money on a mentorship that sucked, right? You might've been somebody that spent money on a good mentorship, but you didn't take action. You might've been somebody that watches YouTube all the time, but can't piece it together. You might be somebody that has, watched YouTube, pieced it together, spent money and didn't take action, but nevertheless, whatever you are, you're somebody who you're not doing as many deals as you'd like. This is for the newer people. Okay. So what are the ways to get deals? Let's break it down into categories. I want to break it down into categories that everybody understands. The ways that we get deals are: number 1, we get deals from on market MLS, which would be on market means I'm reaching out to realtors and asking for deals. I am not teaching you that today, or even in this training. I'm not teaching that. Okay, another way is off market. Off market means direct to seller. What does that mean? It means the house has not been put on the market. The house is not up for sale. And then you are directly marketing to the seller. Okay, that could be cold calling. Here, let's kind of bust that out. That could be cold calling. We've already done this, right? We did this a couple of weeks ago. It's basically spending money. Let's just put it that way. You're spending money. And even like door knocking, you are spending some money, right? Driving for dollars. Anybody have any other ideas? Come on, guys. We got 113 people in here. Give me what else do you guys consider off market? What's another way to market PPC? That's a good one. Thank you, Jonathan. Facebook ads, maybe. SEO is a good one. Thank you, Jonathan. Bandit signs. Ooh, of course. How did I forget bandit signs? Probate attorney. I'm not going to do probate attorney because that's actually number 3. Probate attorney is referral business. So that's trusted advisors. Code violation. Code violation. Well, code violation, James, is actually not a way to market to a seller. Emilio, that's the same thing. That's not a way to market to a seller. That's Quantel. That's also not a way to market to a seller. PropStream, code violations, pre-foreclosures. These are not ways to market to sellers. These are just lists, right? If I give you a list right now, Quantel, from PropStream, you still have to physically do something to reach out to a seller, right? Everybody understand the difference between those two? You are not actually communicating with a seller just because you have a list. You have to grab a list and you have to do something with it. So let's go into number 3 a little bit, and then we're going to go into number 4. Okay. Oops, this one should be 2. Okay. So number 3, a little bit more, I would say, is probate attorneys is really good. This is where we get a lot of deals. Sometimes you do get realtors that do give you referrals, which is good. Financial advisors. Now, am I going to teach you number 2? No, I'm not going to teach you number 2. And the reason for that is it's not free. And that's not why we're here, right? Referral business, I am not going to teach you this. Because it is a little bit over people's heads how to reach out to probate attorneys, have those conversations. Most people are like, wait, what? I got to talk to a probate attorney? Heck no, right? That's a good one. Somebody just added. Freddie says TV ads. TV ads, we've done that for multiple years. Billboards, right? Radio, that's a good one. I mean, guys, there's only technically 4 ways to get deals. Or I'm sorry, 5 ways. There are 5 ways to get deals. And I just told you one, house is on the MLS. Maybe it's underpriced, right? And you see an opportunity. This is hard. Okay, this takes about 7,500 text messages. We do this, by the way. We just got a $20,000 deal from this the other day. 7,500 text messages to one deal. Okay, so it's a lot of money, right? This average cost to get one deal is about $4,000. Is there anybody in here excited about going out and spending $4,000 to go get a contract right now? Do you guys now know why I'm breaking this down? Is this important? Does this help you guys kind of understand this a little bit more? Okay. Now that's industry average. Our average for our company is lower than that, but this is industry average, meaning that all the other investors around the country are spending about that much money on average. Referral business, these are free. Okay. But this is something I teach my Subto students. These are free deals. They don't cost you any money, but I'm not going to go into that at all. Somebody did do one. Yeah, Emilio says, I spent $5,000 in direct mail and still nada. No bueno. Yeah, that's not fun. Somebody had a really good one up here. Okay, title company. This is a great one. So this is a referral, right? We do get deals from our title company. We actually just got a deal from our title. Actually, you know who we just got a deal from? Is like we got a deal from one of our lenders. Our hard money lender called us and said that they were going to fund a deal for somebody else. And that person backed out of the deal and they were like, do you mind if we try and sell your deal for somebody? Because we want to still lend the money on the deal. And so we ended up buying it, which is cool. Okay, so we got referral business. We got off market or direct to seller, right? That's another type of deal. And then we've got on market MLS. There we go. And then 4. So let's talk about this. Let's see if anybody can guess these other 2 ways to get deals. So right now we've got on market, off market, referral business, and trusted advisors. What are 2 other ways to get deals, guys? So Aaron Garcia, I don't think you quite understand this. FSBO is a type of lead, right? You still have to reach out to them, right? You have to call them still. Right? You have to still negotiate with them. FSBO is right here. There's a deal on a list or the MLS or an auction, and you're looking for something that's underpriced and you see an opportunity. This is hard. Now, what do you do with this? Typically, you can wholesale this. You can fix and flip it, but you cannot do any creative finance with this. Okay. Typically not. All right. So anybody in here, I don't think anybody in here is trying to fix and flip. Is there anybody here trying to fix and flip right now? Or is everybody trying to just get a quick deal? They want to make $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to just get some money in their bank. Okay, everybody's in here trying to get a quick deal. So if we're trying to get a quick deal, I'm going to tell you that going this route is definitely not the route you want to go. Do we all agree with that? Okay. I can tell you that getting the fastest way for me to get deals is right here. This is 100% where I would spend my personal time if I was starting brand new. But you have to understand creative finance in order to do that. And we're not going to jump into that during these free Zooms. Okay. So we are not going to do this. Number 5. That is not going to be what we're doing. Sorry. Referral business would take too much time. That's not quick. So we're definitely going to chop that out. We're going to chop that out. Everybody give me a consensus. Do we all agree that nobody wants to? So Daniel says, we can still go after them if we already have a relationship with one of your students. No. Yes, you can definitely, but I'm not going to teach it to you. That's what I'm saying, Daniel. I'm not going to teach it to you. I'm not going to break it down for you. Okay. So we don't want to, does anybody want to go to direct to seller and start telling me how to me telling you how to spend a bunch of money? Or do we want to stay authentic to what I'm teaching my son? Because starting on Sunday, my son is going to start his 2-week challenge to go get his first deal. We want to stay authentic to this, right? So let's be real. Definitely don't want this, don't want this, don't want that, don't want this, and don't want this. So what is the one thing is my fastest way to get a deal if I don't understand creative finance? Number 4. Do you guys now understand why I broke this down? Okay, because a lot of people will go, I don't know what we're talking about here. Are we talking about fixing and flipping? Are we talking about, are we going to learn creative finance? No, you're not. Are we going to learn this? No, you're not. We're learning one thing. Okay. So if we're going to learn this one thing right here, what do we still need? The guys, give me some stuff in the chat of what you still feel like you're missing in order to start this thing. And then we'll break that stuff down. Okay. All right. Love it. Okay, cool. So everybody's on the same page. I like this. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys, Daryl says new wholesalers with deals are all over Facebook. Okay. Now what did we talk about Facebook and wholesalers, guys? The people who are wholesalers in Facebook, I've learned that the majority of them, and we did teach you that. Thank you so much for that, Daniel. We did teach you that. Let's talk about that for just a second. We've already taught you guys how to filter your potential buyers from fakes or, and look, I don't say daisy chainer in a negative way. I don't mind daisy chainers at all. But we just don't want to do business with them unless we know what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to cross this all out, break this all down one last time, and we're going to jump into it. So we do not spend money or time in Facebook because the people that are in Facebook, either A, they don't own the deal, right? So they're not a wholesaler. We want wholesalers who are honest and have systems and an established business. Okay. We want people with a presence, right? Yeah, you do want sub 2 people. I mean, sub two students are amazing. Everybody knows that. That's not even a question. Thank you for that, Robin. I appreciate that. Real buyers are not in Facebook. Okay. Real buyers are busy. Okay. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in Facebook. So let's talk about that. If I need a buyer, if I need a seller, right? I need a deal. So let's break this down just real quick in some sort of a graphic look. I wonder if I can do some cool stuff. Let's see, stickers. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. All right. So here's you guys, right? So you guys are here and you're going to say, I need money. I want to make money and I want to get into real estate. And honestly, getting into real estate is less important than making money. Okay. For the most part, most people that are trying to get into real estate, it's not even about real estate. It's like, I'm just trying to get started. I want to quit my job, or I want to get a chunk of money that I can buy a new car or whatever, right? It's not even about how can I be Pace? How can I own hundreds of properties? How can I have all this cash flow? Yeah, that would be nice, but that's not the first goal. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to learn number 4.
which is we want to be the free middleman guy because we don't have money for marketing, right? We already talked about this. We don't want to spend money on marketing. We don't want to go spend time on referral business. I'm not going to teach you guys any creative finance, which I personally think is the easiest way to go get a deal right out of the gate. But that takes time for us to go through that, and we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on finding wholesalers with deals. Okay, so a wholesaler with a deal is going to be the main thing that we go find. So we're going to go try and find wholesalers. The beautiful thing about these wholesalers is that they already have a deal. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can go find something else. No. Okay, well, that's not going to work. All right, so we need to find a wholesaler who already has a contract, okay? And what that means is that this wholesaler has already bought a house using this, okay? They've already worked this, or they've worked this, or they've worked referral business, or whatever. And they essentially have got a contract. And what wholesalers are so busy doing is that these wholesalers here are busy doing one thing. They want more contracts. And they spend way less time trying to find, we talked about this as well in the very first training, they spend way less time trying to find buyers. Okay, what they want is they say, we want more contracts. We want to get more deals, and we want to have more contracts. So essentially what your job in this world is your job is to find these people, and you make a spread, okay? So for example, let me call Cody real quick. Cody and Matt are on a Zoom together, so we're not going to get them on here. But essentially, here's what happened last week. We had somebody come to our company, okay, somebody very similar to you guys, and all they do, and this is what we call them bird dogs. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. People are like, don't call me a dog. It's a good thing, right? This bird dog came to us because I am not only a buyer, but I'm also a wholesaler. And we do buy houses. We fix and flip houses. So this person ended up coming to us named Kyle. And Kyle went and found a deal and brought this deal to us. And they marked it up $20,000. Okay. So this Kyle guy, literally it's his first deal. It's literally his first deal. He'd been trying to get into the business for a bit and was struggling, having a hard time. And we then ended up teaching him this one little method of how to go be a bird dog. And he goes and bird dogs this one contract for us so far. And he's made $20,000. Guy lives at his house, in his parents' house. Okay. Made $20,000. He worked for us as a bird dog for about 10 days and got his first contract without any real help, no support, nothing. Just like, go do this. And he went and got a contract. Okay. Where did he find that contract? It is endless how many of these people are. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. How can we find more of these people, which are wholesalers, that are legitimate? And we've already talked about buyers. How can we find buyers? And we've already talked about how a buyer will tell you what they're willing to pay for something. And then essentially, how do we become the middleman? I told you guys that last week. We had a few people ask some really detailed, amazing questions where we talked about exactly how Kyle can make money in this situation.